Let me ask you this. If you had a client that was a complete asshole to the team, what would you do? They were paying a shitload of money, millions of
Yeah.
dollars, but they are
Yeah.
beating your team up, spreading cancer throughout your team. What would you do?
So I think, look, just like probably everyone that is listening, we've had this, right? And I think there's kind of, I think there's two ways to look at it. One is we are running a business. The clients pay the salaries. If we say no to a multi-million-dollar client, it might mean that on the other side of the business, I have to let people go and all that kind of jazz. Which I'm saying that not because it fully influences the decision, but it is a big part of it because we feel responsible for our people and etc. So that's one. Then two, I think one of the great challenges of our work is you run into jerks, but there's actually a way to turn jerks. And I probably have more examples of clients who were assholes to us and who we worked with to get them into a mode where they are still our clients after maybe
Tell me
10 years or
how you
5
did
years. Yeah, well, so the that's a good one. So yeah, I think so. One of them, a fairly large a tech company,
Who are they? No, I'm just
was
kidding.
a bit.
Call
Was
them
a
out.
well, there you go. No, no. So like a super traditional agency client relationship where they were just hammering our people across the board. And what we ultimately did there is at some point we got into a discussion because the last point that I didn't mention in that decision making is once the client goes too far, we have the conversation and then we either say goodbye to them or we change things. So in this case, we had a big conversation, a heavy conversation where we basically said, look, we are not going to be able to make any of your lives happier if we continue to work like this. And definitely we are not going to be happier about it. So we came to them with a plan to basically change up the relationship. In that same moment, also change up a significant part of our team so that at some point we could say, look, we put a pin in it, we refresh on both sides. And that ultimately, they also made some changes on their side because maybe this is a good tip for people listening. You would be amazed how many clients actually listen to you if you explain to them what they are doing wrong and if they have a person on their team who is being an asshole. Because I've seen it multiple times that people got either moved or even fired because of feedback that ultimately our team gave about someone who was just dishonest, asshole-like behavior, etc. And I think, a bunch of clients will not listen to you, but surprisingly a lot will actually listen to you. They will change something and they will put people in there who aren't assholes.
I do agree with that. If you can do a reset, but you have to go into it. I've always gone into those conversations going, I have nothing to lose. Either they're going to change and we'll keep them as a client, or they're not going to change and we fire them. My team is happy because I know I can get another client just like them. I can literally go down the street.
Yeah. And I think what I really like about how you approach it is that, even if you cannot go to the next one down the street, and even if there's pressure, and even if you might, after the conversation, decide that you stick with them anyway because of all the reasons I said before, how you said that you go into the conversation, it's exactly what you need to do, right? Because it'll free you of all your reservations. You will say the truth to the client, and the client will listen to you in a way better way. And that's where you make the impact, right? If you're scared about it, if you have reservations, if you're trying to hedge your bets in the conversation, they are not going to change anything.
I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want more content like this, make sure you click on the link on the screen or check out your most popular podcast platform where the full episode is there. And until next time, have a swank day. What are you doing? Go check it out. Click on the link. I'll see you soon.